That my best friend. She a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor. She had 2, 3, now she twerking. She throw it out and come back.
A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And, of course, Paul George. Coaches and fans enjoying seeing how he fits into the game plan and lineup here with his new team.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
Finished off by Avdia.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
And Van Vliet, here we go. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
And when Towns is on the floor, the attitude of this team, Clark, completely changes. They play with so much more confidence.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Kevin. He's a floor raiser. In other words, he makes everybody else play a little better and lifts up their confidence. And he does it while also putting up monster numbers of his own.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Anthony Edwards, the top pick of 2020. Not the most polished player early on, but his ceiling is through the roof.
And Edwards drops them both. So many top picks come in ready to play, Greg. Edwards, a part of a class that needed more time, though.
Yeah, the talent is clearly there. And don't forget the pandemic cutting the college careers of many of the 2020 draftees short. Edwards, though, has all the tools to be an incredible wing player.
They get the rebound. The kick out to Towns. Good on the triple. Towns has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Van Vliet. That one a little long. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've got a 10-0 run going. Towns, no luck. And the Raptors off to a slow start. Looking for the first basket of the game. Here's Randall. That shot no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Takes it inside. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Pass to Noel. Left side, George. Can't hit from in close.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Back to Edwards. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Noel. Raptors moving the ball around. Down low. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Boy, steady hands right there for Noel. You can try to knock this guy around, but at the end of the day, he's just got too much strength.
Now here's Towns. 8 points for him. Back to Anunoby. There's Noel. And George now top of the key. Picked by Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
First team foul.
Bursting onto the scene during the 2013 Eastern Conference Finals, Paul George went head-to-head with LeBron in an epic 7-game series. PG didn't get the finals, but he did gain the respect of the basketball world.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to talk with Minnesota's head coach. We talked about the problems Paul George can cause with his defense. Coach told me the sets we run with longer passes, those need to be adjusted. George is a ball hawk and changes how you operate on the perimeter. One thing we know about PG-13 guys is that he feasts on lazy cross-court passes. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Wolves ball.
Raptors on defense. 9-point game. Back to Edwards. And he banks in the layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Over in the corner, Batum. Pass to Okogie. Outside, Towns. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Walker. Towns, no luck. Raptors trail by 9. Johnson outside. Inside. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 12 points in the game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. You're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
All right, look who's coming on the court.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Walker in the post. Outside for George. With the drive. Here's Hartenstein. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Fultz. Got a hand on it. Another shot. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Fultz has got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. Outside, Walker shoots from the baseline. Fade away. No good on that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
PG's really refined his three-point shooting. He's an absolute laser now from distance, and that's a big part of his offense.
Come on and get loud for your Minnesota Timberwolves dancer.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Schroeder outside. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And, you know, you got multiple options with this guy coming out of the screen. He can go pick and pop on you. He can go pick and roll. Towns can hurt you either way.
Randall outside. Pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for George. Back to Noel. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Noel. Towns, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Raptors trailed by 14.
And Towns not known for his rim protection, but he's improved in that area recently, challenging and changing more shots.
Here's Noel. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Noel's got his second basket of the night. Pass to Towns. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And with Towns, Greg, you knew he had the potential for rim defense, and it became a focus for him.
Yeah, and a lot of defense is putting in the effort. Credit Towns for improving in that area. And we'll see if he can take another step defensively.
Fultz, no good. And here's Toronto, down by 15. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. The shot by George, wide open. That one, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. PA, thank you. Hits it from three-point range. Avdiaz got 5 points so far.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Towns. Over in the corner, Fultz. The three-pointer, no good. And here is Van Vliet. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Fultz. Towns wide open. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Raptors trailed by 18. And here is Van Vliet. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Randall outside. Picked by Randall. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Top of the key jumper, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Pass to Anunoby. And it's off the back rim, no good. Timberwolves leading by 18. To the middle. It's Saban. Back to Edwards. Pulls up. Rebound by the Raptors.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Batum. Back to Schroeder. Here's Batum. He's defended by Randall. Now here's Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Batum. Out to Edwards. He takes it in. And Edwards with the stop.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Van Vliet looking around. Here's Rose. Randall outside. Here's Hartenstein. Here's Rose. Rose back up. A nice shot by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 6.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Schroeder with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Batum. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Raptors trail by 18. Van Vliet outside. Releases. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the well is running dry for him him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Defensive foul.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
To the inside. Randall is double. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Minnesota leading by 21. Pass to Fultz. Over Randall. Good saving. Here's Okogie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Okogie is such a tough matchup inside, in part because he's got long arms to go with tremendous athleticism.
And Clark, as impactful as Okogie is on the defensive end, he is still a work in progress, don't you think, on offense?
I agree, Kevin. His defense will always get him minutes, but he needs to involve himself more offensively. Be a threat at that end of the floor, because on occasion, he can vanish at the offensive end.
Now, here's Fultz. He has 6.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Second shot opportunity. George lays it up off the glass. George has got 6 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here's Rose. Here's Hartenstein. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaden McDaniel. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
To the paint. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Picked by Randall. Here's George. He can't hit that time.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And so it's Minnesota holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter.
All right.
The defensive work they've done against Paul George.
Come on and get live for your Minnesota Timberwolves Dancers.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Minnesota. 22 is their biggest lead. Driving the lane. Good.
You got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Towns with the steal. Fires the 3. Edwards, that's good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Launches the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And here we go. Fultz heading to the basket. Pull-up jumper. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Towns. No one near him. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside, George. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. From downtown, shot by McDaniels, no good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Avdia can't hit. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Even with the offensive explosion we saw last year, Clark, there were some elite defensive teams. Which team do you think has the toughest D in the NBA right now?
Well, I think you could lean towards the Sixers for what I evaluate. I mean, they had 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates last season in Embiid and Simmons. And Simmons is as versatile and tough a defender as there is in the league. They set the tone for the rest of the team. And you can't discount the Golden State Warriors either. When you've got a guy like Draymond Green and other good defenders with him, that team can be pretty stingy defensively too.
And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
2 minutes remaining.
Van Vliet outside.
2 minutes.
Here's Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Minnesota.
They set the pick. The drive by Schroeder. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Down low. Nice move. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And in a 2-game season series, you always want to take charge of game 1, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Raptors.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
And McDaniels, a bit of a project, but physically, he can do it all.
Greg, I think he's got a chance to be an outstanding defender. I mean, actually, an all-league caliber defender. He can block shots, he can get steals, he can defend multiple positions, and I think he's got great speed at both ends of the floor.
Back to Towns. Pass to McDaniels. Into the lane. And Boucher sends it back. And he gets it back. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Towns. And stolen by Noel. Stolen by McDaniels. Outside, Towns. So it's Minnesota winning this one east. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just...
Make a bounce, rock, shake, dance on the plate, call it strawberry cake. Try to set my plate, sorry you a little late. Tell him one time, baby.